Hello everyone, how's it going today? Happy Wednesday! As I mentioned in chat, I'm getting some weird flickering. Are you guys seeing that on the stream? It's in the camera, not in like the whole thing. It's like part of the frame is being overlaid with a different part of the frame. I might reinstall all the camera drivers and software tonight, see if that fixes it. Here and there? I'll poop. Alright. So I got that on I got that last Friday, and I just like futzed around with some stuff, like changing settings and then changing them back. And then it seemed to have stopped, because no one saw that on Friday, right? Might not go as long tonight, so I can spend a little bit of time trying to troubleshoot that. Let me know if that gets really annoying. Because, like, I don't really look at the that part of the frame while I'm streaming, but it is in the corner of my eye. And so, periodically, it's like I notice that sudden change. It's a little distracting for me. Hopefully it's not for you guys. Anyway, we are back to building a stadium. A soccer stadium. Going to get pizza in an hour. Well, I hope you're going to get enough for the whole class. I want some pizza. Yeah, I mean, if one person says they see it flicker, then that means that it's happening. I mean, it's not the kind of thing that's only going to show up for one person. Of course, now that I've said it, now that I brought it up, all of you guys are going to notice it every single time, right? So yeah, I'll try reinstalling the drivers and stuff after the stream. See if that that fixes it. I don't know. If not, I might have to get a different camera. Unless that one person is under some very weird ancient curse. Ancient curse, huh? Yeah, so sorry that that is happening. I tried to fix it. I don't know, I don't know what's causing it. Pickle gremlins? I don't think that's the situation. Anyway, let me know if it's like coming across as like extremely distracting and annoying, rather than something that can be dealt with. Like, ignored. No, like, if it's coming through, it's just being recorded on the video. It's nothing, it's not Twitch. It's not a Twitch thing. It's a my equipment thing. I swear to God, it's just like nothing works these days. Nothing works together, nothing plays nice. It's just like all, like everything just doesn't want to work. All right. Also, 1x1 cylinder plates here. This is 10. Nothing works because tech companies want things to break more often because money. I don't know that that's the case. I think it's probably more that they're not spending enough on QA. That's what I think it is. I mean, obviously, like, you can have any combination of hardware in your system, and it's very difficult to test everything, but I don't even know, like, it's not necessarily an unintended consequence. I mean, obviously, like, they don't intend it, but I also think it's something that they don't care that much about. And Iorane, getting a Prime sub in. Thank you very much. You've acquired your 40-second stack of old. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And happy birthday. It's almost my my LPing birthday as well, as I mentioned in my update video. I have almost been doing this for 15 years. Tomorrow is your birthday? Well, happy almost birthday to you. I'll also try some other things, like it might have something to do with the fact that the way the camera is positioned, that's actually down, so I have to rotate it, and that might be causing some of the problems. Although it didn't happen before. It's like I go and fix one issue and a different issue crops up. It's like, ugh. I just want things to work. That's so wrong. Is it too much to ask that things work? Apparently so. And a Bahamut gifting out a sub. Getting progress towards a hype train. Get that train hype. Might as well if the hype train is here. That's true. It's a good point. Howdy, Iogra. How's it going? There we go. So got some windows here. Does the hype train serve ham? Of course it does. Of course it does. There we go. Get that there. Now we make the mirror. I do like getting these pieces. I think Lego calls it trans brown. I'll call it like trans gray or something. It's not very brown. It's more gray. I mean, I guess it is a little brown, but we'll all be reviewing Super Mario Galaxy movie for you guys. No. I only know that it's out because someone that I follow on Blue Sky was excited to see it today. I was like, oh, that's out? Oh, okay. I will probably watch it if it shows up on Netflix or something. And Tasty Bits. Nom 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 nom. Saw it today, it was fine, nothing amazing, but you enjoyed it? Well, the whole point is to enjoy it. Like, there are movies that exist to make you think, and then there are movies that exist just to watch and enjoy. And as long as a movie isn't claiming to be one thing when it's actually the other, it's all good. It's all good. Thought the point was to sell Super Mario 3? No, that's the Wizard. Which, I mean, it gave us the line, I love the Power Glove. It's so bad. How can you hate it? One of the greatest lines in video game movie history. In the line, California. To be fair, I don't remember that line. Has been a little while since I saw it. I think the last time I watched it was probably the Riff Tracks version. I just realized that I forgot to set my music to shuffle. There we go. Let's get the music shuffling here. It is also one of the movies in the genre of magical autism, which is always terrible. Different glove. Different glove. That's not a power glove. Like, Freddy's glove is like nasty or murderous or, you know, possibly cool depending on your preferences. But it's not bad. Whereas the power glove, I love it. It's so bad. He wore a power glove? Oh, was that in, like, the Dream Warriors or whatever it was? I have seen... I don't think I've ever seen a full Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Not my kind of thing. Oh, Freddy's dead? Yeah, not amongst my genres of films that I watch a lot of. Not a big horror person. I prefer, like, monster movie horror type stuff more. That's usually my stuff. Yes. Yes, one of the background kids was a young Tobey Maguire. It's fun seeing actors like that before they became well-known. Like, I think Macaulay Culkin was in an episode of Murder, She Wrote before he hit it big. Although I might be thinking of another child actor. I was watching MacGyver recently, and Jason Priestley was in an episode. Yeah, it's always fun to, like, just be watching something and be like, oh, hey, I know that face. Ever seen the Phantoms movie? You will need to remind me more about that. I don't know that by that name. Who is in it, or who directed it? When did it come out? Doesn't sound familiar. Alright, 6 of these. He might have been. He is in the great movie, very, very underrated movie, Night of the Comet. One of the, I'd say, leads in that movie. Came out in 1998. I don't know that I've seen it. What movie? Night of the Comet? I wouldn't say I adore the movie. I just think it's really good for what it is. And really underrated. 1983. Yeah, that's a big difference between that and 1998. Alright, spare parts. We got a trans brown, as LEGO calls it, 1x1 plate. Oh, we have two bags, number 11s. Yeah, I don't know a movie named Phantoms. I would need to know, like, who is in it or something like that. Everything's fine. It's something with the camera. I mentioned that at the beginning. I'm gonna reinstall the drivers after this. See if that fixes it. Nope, that's gonna be two of those. Yeah, I tried to fix it before the stream started, but it did not fix. I don't know exactly what's causing it. No, it's fine. I mean, like, the power going out isn't going to do anything like that. The power going out would just cause everything to stop. No, I don't think I know that movie. You can link to something in the on the Discord, and I'll take a look after the stream, see if I remember it then. Lord knows I've seen a lot of movies over the years that I can't say that I have remembered. Howdy, Ty Hoff, how's it going? Enjoy the gift sub. Okay, interestingly enough, we are not pushing the axles all the way through. There we go. This field looks like some control console. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It's kind of the nature of only being half built. Oops. Get that back on there. Okay, and then we get some blue friction half pins. These go on the back side. I'm guessing that this is going to go up against something we'll push the axles through. I'm not sure exactly what yet, though. Okay. Going there. And there. Phantoms was one of your favorite movies, along with Virus and Deep Rising. Yeah, Virus and Deep Rising are pretty fun. Like, what's a non-spoiler synopsis of Phantoms? Is it people on a boat? Is it people in a house? Is it ghosts? One of my favorite movies from that era is Leviathan. Peter Weller monster movie. We are doing 2 of these. Alright. I was like, don't I have 2 of these gray plates? Things happen, you gotta watch. Yeah, that's not exactly a non-spoiler synopsis. I mean, I don't even mean a synopsis. I mean, like, a premise. 2 sisters head to a hometown to find people dead or missing, and all vehicles are stopped and are hunted by a monster. Okay, I think that's safe to say that I have not seen that, then. That is probably enough for me to remember it, especially with Peter O'Toole. I may have to check it out, then. Howdy, Sealand. How's it going? I mean, I do like monster horror movies. They are pretty fun. Who's a better actor, Warren Beatty or Ned Beatty? I mean, like, neither of them are bad. Warren Beatty is a leading man, and Ned Beatty is a character actor. So it's 2 very different things. Like, I don't think Warren Beatty could be a character actor. You know? Whereas Ned Beatty could do, you know, in the right film, he could be a leading actor. But I'd be very hard-pressed to say that Warren Beatty is not an excellent actor. Considering how many awards he's won and everything. You've only seen Dick Tracy? Well, you got a lot of stuff on your plate then to check out. You know what you should check out? Obviously. Like if you wanna get the full breadth of Warren Beatty's acting talent, you know what movie you need to watch, right? Town and Country? No, Ishtar. From what I've heard, Warren Beatty's acting in Ishtar is actually really good. Whereas it's Dustin Hoffman who doesn't necessarily give his best performance. Okay, so this is going to go on right there. And this one is going to go on right there. And indeed, this locks in with those. Howdy, Gilda-Tongue, how's it going? Okay, we are only doing one of these. Hanging in there, but okay. Oh, well, that's good. Okay is better than not okay. I forgot that Minecraft does April 1st stuff as well. Gotta flip it around again. Okay, this is going right there. You were gonna do farming and can't because of the April 1st update? They actually make it so there are things you can't do? I may not have done anything on April 1st in Minecraft. I don't remember. Howdy, Tom Brown. How's it going? Remember once after not playing for years, you booted up to find your character was a villager because you didn't check the day? April 1st update is incompatible with saves. Oh, it actually breaks your saves? Like, that's really bad if so. Like, that should be an opt-in thing, then. certainly. I mean, A, it shouldn't... This April 1st update makes you a ball that picks up things? Well, I assume that it has a thing where it reverts afterwards or something, like tomorrow. Because if they're out there breaking saves for April 1st, it's a good way to get people to just quit your game. Like the best April Fool's stuff that a company can do is stuff like what Gilded Tongue posted with Canada Dry. Like, it's obviously silly, it's a reference to something else, and it's actually funny. It'll revert tomorrow and it won't let you access the saves in the meantime. Okay, that's... Yeah, like, you should just not, like, don't make it so your players can't play your game. That's dumb. Or do it once, and it's like, at any point you can say, okay, I'm done, go back to my normal save. Because you don't want to piss off people. That's bad. Yeah, I mean, that especially the Tauntaun sleeping bag is still the best. All right. Extra piece is a blue Technic half pin, non-friction. Okay, bag number 12. Yes, just the 112. I actually expect more Kinshir. Never let your expectations actually get low for things, in my opinion. I mean, like, what I mean is, like, if you're at a point where it's like, oh, this thing sucks, what do you expect? Well, I expect it to not suck. And we should all expect it to not suck. Will the exteriors have destroyed cars from football hooligans? No. That's stuff you have to make yourself. Okay, nothing right there. More brackets. And 2 1x12s in black. Keep getting given random food stuff. Currently have a bag of white cheddar rice cakes. I'd eat those. White cheddar is pretty good. Like white cheddar flavored stuff, I should say. And free food. Free food is always nice. Opinion on Quaker white cheddar rice cakes, cheesy styrofoam? Ah, but they are cheesy. That's the key. Yeah, I tried fixing it. I might call the stream a little early. Because it's coming in out of the corner of my eye, and it is distracting me as well. I was hoping it would be less frequent than it is, and it is not. It's actually much more frequent than I thought it would be. So I'll try reinstalling the driver tonight and see what that does. See if that fixes it. And hope it does. There we go. That goes right there. Need to finish Trafford so we can do something less repetitive? Oh, don't worry. I have another stadium to do. I mean, honestly, like, all the things this large end up being... At least something ends up being repetitive. It's basically just a fact of LEGO nature. I mean, remember back to the Eiffel Tower. Smart food popcorn is very good, yeah. That's what I was thinking of about the white cheddar. Oops. I want to get this even here. There we go. 1x6 brick fell. Oof. Bonk. Just bonk my head here. There we go. Okay. Now we get the 1x2 plates with clips. I mean, this is not as repetitive as the Colosseum or the previous one was. Like, I mean, these things are basically the same, but it's just those. And the other side is actually going to be a little bit different. I think the whole facade is different. Is a stadium, in a sense, a modern Colosseum? I mean... Coliseum was a stadium. So stadium comes from the Greek stade. The stadion is where you run the stade. The basically the equivalent of a sprint race. I think usually around like 200 meters or so, might be 400, something like that. It's one of those two. But of course, stadium is the Latinized version of that word. And I imagine you could run a stade in the Coliseum. I don't think that's what it was used for, but it basically came to be used for any of those kind of locations. Speaking of builds, been looking through Trick Bricks' stuff. Some of those sets look really fun. I have not. I mean, like, I've seen the links, but I have not like looked at the channel, so I don't know what sets you're talking about. Are they old sets? Those are the only ones that I think I've seen linked. If I remember correctly. First person to run marathon immediately had a heart attack and died. I mean, like, they can't produce the same set forever. They just wouldn't sell. I mean, yeah, they many of them are a lot of fun. Good sets. Well, that's kind of the nature of Lego. Lego generally had very good sets over the years, with the exception of Town Jr. and Jack Stone. It probably is. It probably is. But it is interesting that the marathon was brought back for the modern Olympics when it was never run at an ancient Olympics. Jack Stone is peak Lego? Well, I'll show you peak, sir. I will take you up to the top of a peak and throw you off. Ald will soon enter his Bionicle era. I never had a Bionicle era. I have very, very few Bionicle sets at all. Very, very few. I think the dying at the end was added for drama for storytelling. I mean, he may have been wounded. Like, it's kind of impossible to say. Apparently Costco has a chocolate bunny. And to be fair, this might be an April Fool's thing, because I did see it today. And it probably is. Like, now that I think about it, it probably was April Fool's. But it is amusing. It's like a 10-pound chocolate bunny. It's 12,000 calories, and they recommend breaking it with a hammer. Again, probably April Fool's. Ah, right. There's some other things to do. There's some pretty fun and interesting Olympics stuff in the records. We have a lot of Olympic records recorded. One for the house to share. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's quite the bunny. Quite the tubby bunny. Yes, yes, it is Wolfon. Unfortunately, I'm gonna reinstall the drivers tonight. See if that fixes it. Otherwise, I'll mess with the settings. Otherwise, I guess I'll get a new camera. I've wanted a new camera anyway, so. No, it's not from the storm. It did it last week before I started. That's why last Friday was late starting. But it seemed to resolve itself before, like, I mucked around with some settings, and it seemed to fix it. I tried to do the same thing today, and that didn't seem to fix it. So, yeah. Now, I mean, you could tell it's the camera because it's just the camera view. It's not like the instructions or the chat box that's doing it. Okay, 6 of these. It's 2:48 a.m. Give you a break? No! No! I have no Kit Kats to give you, unfortunately, so that's why I cannot give you a break. That's not giving someone a break, Bahamut. You gotta give them a Kit Kat bar. You have no Kit Kats, only pickles? That sounds like a terrible situation to be in. Terrible, terrible situation to be in. Very sorry to hear about your dire straits there. All of the Kit Kats in the entire world were stolen. Poor Mark Knopfler, he's just on the walk of life, Gildatongue. Interesting facade. Yeah, I do kind of like the way that this looks. Like, it's almost greebled. It's one of the reasons why I got it. Bought it for the robot arms, yes. Yes. Clearly, because I do not have enough, what with the MTTs that I bought oh so long ago. Admittedly, those aren't gray. I do? Do I? No. No, I don't think they had any in... Oh, no, they might have had some in... No, I think they did have some in Sand Red. I'm trying to remember if that was the whole robot or if it was just like the torso and the head. And a 1x2 plate. A very rare part. All things considered. And I have a few of them. Do have an ad break just about to start. Okay, pretty sure that's going to go on there. Stickers would go on here and here. And indeed, this does fit in right there. One by 12 with trans light blue 1x2 tiles. Well, when she wakes up, Kinshir, give her some scritches. Like, obviously don't wake her up for that. There we go. And a black microfigure right down here. Okay, 2 of these. Let's just push this up there. Little baby cat has been sleeping on your arm, judging how numb the arm is. I think the little food lover has gained some weight. Seems unlikely. Seems unlikely. Probably just have a circulation issue. Wish trilobites were around. You want one as a pet? Wonder how they taste? You turning into snake now? Yeah, but how does it taste? Dino trivia, a small theropod dinosaur's scientific name is Masiacosaurus knopfleri, named for Mark Knopfler. Yeah, there's a lot of famous people who have things named after them. Okay, so this goes in there. And there. I'm not criticizing it. I was just commenting that a lot of famous people have things named after them. Definitely not jealous or anything. And there we go. Okay, so this goes here. All right, Bahamut, have a delicious pizza trip. Bring back some for everyone. Thank you very much for those bits. I really do appreciate it. Get in the there we go. Oh, that's just one. Get in the hole. There we go. So here's what we have of the facade so far. Pretty neat looking so far. All right, spare parts. Gray 3L bar, red 1x1 cylinder plate, and a gray robot arm. Technically a battle droid arm. Why you need to become a notable furry food streamer and get tiny animals named after you. Yes, that's really what I want named after me, like bacteria. I mean, you never know. There might be a biologist working on new life. You know, like examining new species. Describing new species who really loves my channel. I don't think so, but it's possible. Anything is possible. Better than having some disease named after you? Well, chances are if I have a disease named after me, it would be because I got it first. And yes, I would rather not. Okay. So these go on below the gray ones. There we go. Yellow 1x1 cylinder plates with hollow studs. There are fossils collected a century ago that no one got around to describing and naming. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Like, if you really want to name a lot of stuff, going through old collections is probably a pretty good way of doing it. I considered it. I considered architecture, too. But if I was doing one of those things, then I wouldn't be creating all these wonderful videos and streams for you guys, you know? I'm doing this for you all. All for you. So remember, be grateful. But I would have a dino named after you. I'm not sure if you could name them after yourselves. After yourself. In today's stream, we shall dust off some old bones. I call them Boney McBoneface. I love how on this this corner section there's just one corrugated piece for seating. I mean, I also wouldn't name something after myself. Like, it's pretty gauche, you know? There, another 1x3 is around here somewhere. There it is. Not even a Lego set? No. Lego set names tend to be pretty descriptive. Now you're thinking if the band Boney M wanted to call themselves Boney McBoneface, but someone told them to shorten it. Okay, and 1x2 tile, and this gets on over here. Again, not putting on the stickers. Ow. Stupid thing flipping over in my fingers. I did also want to work for the Lego company. That is something that I considered. But again, I wouldn't be here to be making all these wonderful videos for you if I did these things. All out of the generosity of my own heart. That I do these things for you. You're not sure I'd miss you with the company dental plan? That's fair. That's actually a good point. You know what? You know what? Dental plan, yeah. It is it is definitely worth having. Take care of your teeth, kids, and your teeth will take care of you. It's true, they really will. They'll go out and do the shopping for you and everything. Now this part is fairly repetitive. I will admit that. You wish yours would do the dishes for you? I mean, if you chomp hard enough. Control console is looking more advanced now. Don't worry, it'll look less like a control console soon. Alright, then lots of stickers would go on here. Anchesta United. Don't ask me what Anchesta is. There we go. It is a good one. This is actually from Suikoden 2, though. Kind of funny, the shapes and ideas created during a build kind of makes it hard to not just stop and leave it like that, even though you know the end product will be good. Well, I mean, you can also just, like, keep the ideas in mind, or sketch them out, or do a brick sketch or something like that. You don't want to chomp down too hard on things anymore? Last you tried, tasted a cement floor, and lost half a tooth? Ooh. That's not great. So more stickers would go on there. Need more research on rice cake fracture propagation dynamics? Well. Not a rogue AI. Have you been looking to get an award? Because, you know, the Ig Nobel is waiting for that kind of study right now. And you could be the winner. You could be the winner. And then you could go there and thank me, as everyone should. Okay, and this goes in right here. I mean, you could probably get a dinner out of it. Other people at the Ig Nobels might want to pay for your dinner, you know. You know. You could be forever known as the winner of an Ig Nobel. And what is more prestigious than that? I'd like to thank a random person on the internet for this Nobel Prize. No, Ig Nobel. They told me to do it, and by gum, so I did. And also, I'm not a random person. I'm me. All right, spare parts. Red 1x1 tile, yellow 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, and white 1x1 plate as our extra pieces. Yeah, just the 114. No, this is not Alfred Nobel. This is not a Nobel. It's an Ig Nobel. It's very different. Much more prestigious, in fact. Much more prestigious. Truly God's work. The Ig Nobels are very good. They're very enjoyable. Quite wisely, I would say, Gilded Tongue. It's for science that makes you laugh and then think. Okay, and this is going up top here. I mean, one guy won it for cracking his knuckles in one hand and never cracking them in the other for like 50 years to see if it made a difference in arthritis, and it didn't. So if your parents ever said, don't crack your knuckles or you'll get arthritis, you can go tell them, haha, Mom, Dad, you were wrong. If I get arthritis, it's going to be entirely because of you. My mother has arthritis, so I will probably get it. I have gotten, like, all of the bad genes from both my parents. So, you know. That's what I'm expecting. I don't remember that one. But I also don't remember all of them. There are a lot of Ig Nobel Prizes awarded. I mean, they should have done that too. There were some scientists who got the award for developing I believe, if I remember correctly, a bra that could double as a gas mask. You know, ladies. People making the world safer for you. When was the last gas attack? I mean, there's been some illegal ones. All those post-apocalyptic cosplayers suddenly feel very awkward. There we go. All right. I mean, you can go look it up. It's on the internet. You can go look at their research, their manufacturing. Also, no, you probably wouldn't need a certain cup size. Okay, we are going to do 2 of these. Trying to remember of some of the other ones. The other Ig Nobels. Well, I think technically you can't legally, but there's also, like, not exactly a whole lot that can be done about it directly. Like, I think it's still a violation of international law. But they have to, like, arrest you. Alright, let's see. One by one plates. Here. Here. Two of them here. There we go. Alright, one by one tile slopes. Howdy, Bahorn, how's it going? Yeah, because of the flickering, I think we'll wrap up when I finish this section, this module, and then we'll do the whole other module on Friday, hopefully, assuming I fixed the flickering issue. Oh, they got the an actual Nobel. There was another thing I read not too long ago about an important bit of scientific research. Some scientists swallowed Lego heads to see how long they would pass. How long it would take to pass. Critical scientific research there. One of the guys never found it. Never found the head that he swallowed. Okay, so this will go here. And this one will go here. Yes, that is exactly why they did it, not a rogue AI. It is exactly why they did it. Oh no, interns didn't do that. The doctors did. Another fun, somewhat related thing that I learned. There's a Babylonian medical text that was like a diagnostic text, like, you know, like a catalog, diagnostic catalog. That was in use for something like 1,000 years. Up until, like, you know, around the 1st century AD or so, give or take. And there's a fun coincidence, a linguistic coincidence in it. Because after a while, you know, language changes, so they had to start putting in some commentaries pointing out that, you know, new words were being used for things. So, like, you know, this word equals this word. The word that they were translating to was zoo, Z-U. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. I could be mispronouncing it quite spectacularly. And the word that they were translating from was shitty. Can anyone guess what that word meant? Go ahead. I'll give you some time. Shitty. No, so basically they were saying two words mean the same thing. So basically, like, two words, meaning, you know, two words having the same definition. And they were, the commentary was that shitty is zoo. Not the language, this is in Babylonian. And it's in a medical text. And it's an interesting linguistic coincidence. S-H-I-T-T-I. Ding, ding, ding. Lel Bunny gets it. That knocked something off there. Yes, I know you did. It's always fun when there are linguistic coincidences like that. Kind of like how there's an Aboriginal word for dog that is dog. There we go. We got those in. I said that before you did because I'm on a delay here. By the time it gets to you, I've already said it. A few seconds in the past. Wonder how often a word gets changed only to be changed back again like that? Well, it's not that it gets changed back, it's that, like, it's just a linguistic coincidence. There are a limited number of vocalizations humans are capable of, and no language uses all of them. Yeah, and some of them are close enough to others that it doesn't really matter in that regard. Like, it's very unlikely, like, just like, if you hear a British person say dog, it doesn't sound like the way I say dog. Like, those are different, there are different sounds involved. Same thing would apply to that Aboriginal language, I'm sure. And yeah, like the most number of sounds that you get is in Central Africa with the click languages. Exactly, Lil Bunny. You got to focus on the important things in life, after all. Okay, and then this goes on right there. Alright, spare parts. Wonder if I missed one of these. 2 1x1 cylinder plates with hollow... You know what? I bet I did. Those are probably not extras. Hold on. I'm not going to go back and put them on, but... Yeah, they went on under here. Not sure exactly what they're for, but whatever. It's fine. Probably keeps this from buckling a little bit. Alright, so these aren't extra pieces. These are just pieces that I didn't put on. 1x1 cylinder plates with hollow studs in yellow. The actual spare parts are a red 1x1 tile, red 1x1 plate, and red 1x1 tile slope. Alright, bag number 15. I very rarely miss things when building on my own, because I don't have you guys distracting me. So what I'm saying is it's all your fault. Extremely early, Lel Bunny. Kind of a very, very easy early word to have. Anything that represents a basic thing of your physical surroundings, you're going to have words for pretty quickly when developing language. I mean, it's impossible to say exactly, Lel Bunny, but like literally the easiest things to create words for are the physical realm around you. Words for the physical realm around you. Rock, grass, sky, bear, you know, stuff like that. I mean, exactly how language started in the first place extremely difficult to conceptualize. But yeah, I mean, super duper easy to have words for the physical world around you. We're the tiny babies on the back of the giant Lego Dragon Possum. Like, basic nouns and verbs are probably the first things that that came about. Adjectives would probably have come a lot later. Let alone stringing sentences together. And the last things to develop were probably, would definitely have been, well, would probably have been, I should say, not definitely, because who knows? We would have to find a creature, a species, just at the beginning of intelligence, like sapience, with informing words. And then watch them for thousands of years, if not millions. Ooh, pizza. I hope you brought enough for me. I don't care about anyone else getting any. I just want some. But yeah, so the probably the hardest, like the last words to develop are abstract concept words. Like, even something that you might not think is very, something is pretty simple. Like adverbs? Is that why everyone hates adverbs? Not really. No, so let's say you're doing a task. You're at work, your boss wants you to compile some data, and you hate doing it. It's not fun to do. It takes a lot of brain power. Maybe you have to go to actual files in a file closet somewhere in the building. And you might say that task is hard. But is that task hard? Is that task hard? Like this table? Like, it's not physically, difficult to damage. And yet you call it hard. Because you're equating it through metaphor with something like stone or something like that. Like the properties of stone. that is probably the last element of language to develop for it to be true full language. Because you have to make this mental leap from the physical realm to the metaphorical realm. You imagine the first words were food, not food, food that makes you see God? Probably not. Emotion words would probably be pretty early too, like, you know, basic emotion words like hungry, angry, tired, stuff like that. Saw a bag of candy that were so weird you had to get them. I want someone to take the bag of candy I bought away from me so I don't eat it. Because I ate some already. It's good candy, but also my mouth feels weird. Too much sugar. Nope. Can't do that. Alright. Lots of 12 1x2s with side clips. Anyway, I think it's always fun and interesting to think about what went into the development of language and stuff like that. For reasons I'd rather not get into right now. It's not a bag of Kit Kats, no, sadly. It's Jolly Ranchers Chews. There's nothing wrong, Lil Bunny, just sometimes there's things that I don't really want to talk about. No, it's actually Jolly Ranchers Chews. They're good, but just... I mean, again, I wasn't looking for actual suggestions. I was saying it as a joke. Obviously, if I could actually give them to someone right now who actually wanted it, I would do so. That would be an easy way of solving the problem. Did I like them too much? They're good. Yes, they're good. But it's also a lot of sugar, and I have a tendency to eat too much of them. I made a terrible decision buying them. Sadly, teleportation is not a thing yet. Exactly. Like, my mouth feels weird now, you know? You know that feeling when you eat too much sugary candy? Also, I don't think they're agreeing with my stomach too well, you know? I have definitely not been dieting. I have just been trying to make my diet better. And that's what I should have gotten. I should have gotten myself some jelly beans. That is really what I should have gotten myself. I'm better at not eating them as quickly, and they don't affect my mouth as much. That's a big thing. Very much one of those mistakes were made situations. This goes on right there. Somewhat tasty, yes. Have you tried putting a Band-Aid on it? That usually helps. For me, at least, I should say. Like, it may prevent you... Well, yeah, but even so. It'll make it less likely to be, like, rubbing against each other and stuff like that. Okay. So this is going to go onto these. And that rests in there. Okay. And 16 is going to be the last bag that we do for the night. Because I want to try to fix this flickering issue before Friday. Now to build the supports to keep the roof from killing fans? Psh. Well, they knew what they were getting into. They knew. Alright, let's see. 6L bars with stops. And then 3L bars. There and there. Okay, 6 of these next constructions. So time for the repetitiveness. They bought the tickets they got on the plane. Say, let them crash. What's that from? I should know. Airplane, right. Airplane is great. Why wouldn't one of the candy flavors be an alcoholic cocktail? Would be kind of nice, Gildatongue, in a lot of ways, actually. In a lot of ways, that would be pretty nice. Because they're candy for kids? Well, you gotta get them started young, jeez. Did the tobacco industry not teach you anything? Ugh. You don't remember candy cigarettes? I mean, they don't have tobacco in them, but there were candy cigarettes. You never saw candy cigarettes. Probably a good thing. Candy you got smells weird? Well, that's just how they entice the kids. Licorice shaped like a pipe. But you just chew it, right? Like, the point of candy cigarettes was to look cool by smoking without an actual cigarette. Because all kids want to look cool by smoking. See, all the more to get the kids into it, Bahamut. You only got them because of the blue raspberry? Oh, you're one of those. I know, you're one of those who loves blue raspberry. That's all I was saying. Well, I know, that was the point of saying it that way. It was just a joke. I mean, it's always fun to, to pull that with something perfectly normal, you know? Yeah, I tend to go to bed at, midnight or so. Oh, you're one of those. Yeah, I take the bus to work. Oh, you're one of those. Yeah, I love pizza. Oh, you're one of those. Treat perfectly normal stuff like it is the worst thing ever. Have you tried the blue raspberry yet? Is it good? Or are you waiting to keep that as last? It's true. It is true, Gilda-tongue. Actually, I was going to go to bed last night, and then I was like, oh, crap, I forgot to move my last load of laundry. Had to stay up an extra hour. It sucked. And I couldn't get to sleep after that, either. The double sucked. All right, Seelan, have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for coming on out. Well, they could be, like, there are black raspberries as well, which are not actually black. Raspberries are multiple colors. Although I think they're very different plants. I might be thinking of something else. I forget. I decided to go to bed last night. Oh, you're one of those. Yeah, say exactly. Just treat anything as if it's something horrible that someone has said. I mean, one of the reasons why they are not red is because you've got cherry and strawberry and watermelon, all of which are reddish shades. You can only have so many reddish flavored things. I want to try salmon berries sometime. Well, I vaguely recall, and I could be wrong, like I could be misremembering, thinking of a different plant. But I think red raspberries are... Like, the berry is a cluster. Like, clustered around a seed or something like that. Whereas, black raspberries are... Each little nodule is an individual stone fruit. And a Lunatastic bringing us a raid. Let me get you a shout out there. How's it going? Sorry for the flickering. My camera seems to be having some issues that hopefully I will be able to fix after the stream. I'm going to reinstall the drivers. What were you up to tonight? Besides bread and out. We are building a stadium. It's okay after today's totally normal stream. You sure the loaves won't mind flickering? Did something happen? Yeah, I'm not gonna grow a whole bush just to try salmon berries. Not okay. Totally normal stream. The flickering is easy on the eyes compared. Oh no. What happened? What totally normal thing happened? OBS 3D effects. Oh no. There's a reason why I don't look into all the effects you can do in OBS. It's like, I'm lazy. Thought it looked weird for a NASA rocket. Yes. That's coming later, if we get our goal fulfilled. Lumaki Balatro over a Skyrim VOD. Oh my god. Sounds kind of psychedelic, actually. It's 4 a.m. Get those Kit Kats and give you a break finally. There are no breaks, unfortunately. No breaks. I'm Breaky, the break sprite. No breaks. I don't even know what Breaky the break sprite would do. Everything's better when I pull out the coily voice. Unless I instead bring out the Torgo voice. Alright, so we got our 6 of these. Okay, so these are going to attach in here. Come on down here and clip on here. Hey, I do a great teenage girl voice. Thank you very much. Yes, everyone should hear it. Actually, that should be right over that. There we go. Get that in there. And that there. I mean, A Case of Spring Fever was one of the best MST3K shorts. Spectator safety, such a waste. Hey, look, they bought their tickets. They knew what they were getting into. I mean, maybe they like Blondie, little bunny. Okay, so there are the supports for that part. And we are going to do 2 of these. So we get our skeleton arms. Yeah. The musician Blondie sang a song back on the Chain Gang, if I remember correctly. I say suddenly worrying that I have the wrong musical act. Okay, there we go. Blondie. B-L-O-N-D-I-E. The Pretenders. Sorry. I mix those two up. It's not great. Thank you for correcting me. I mean, you still corrected my information. Especially after I started doubting myself, which was the correct position. All right, Wolfon, have a good night. Thank you very much for coming on out. Rest well. Hope things go well tomorrow, whatever it is that you have to do. Get our candlesticks in here. See if I can try to remember that now from... Like I said, I tend to get them mixed up. There's a lot of these gray robot arms. Did I miss some? Oh, yes, I did. They are supposed to be in here, too. Oh, no. Mistakes were made. Hearing Ald go, oh no, is always interesting. Hey, at least I'm not a Tinker Gnome. I could also say hydrodynamics. All getting hit by Dark Yojimbo was painful? It was. It was. Wait until the penance fight. There we go. I mean, I'm a dungeon master. I'm an honorary everything. Tinker Gnome, Kender. Oh, man. Why did I not have Kender show up in my Spelljammer game? Mistakes were made, man. I should correct that at some point. Everything's better with Kender. Even those unpronounceable Underdark gnomes? You mean Svirfneblin? The entirely pronounceable Svirfneblin? Alright. Now we get 6L bars. The one thing that will never show up in one of my my games is a Kender Wild Mage. I have bad memories. Bad memories. Svirf. S-V-I-R-F. Svirfneblin. Oops. I'll put it this way. That was the character of a former best friend of mine. Emphasis on former. No, it's a Svirfneblin. I like Svirfneblins. I like all gnomes, actually. Okay, there we go. I will get the fingers properly splayed out eventually. Kender really do break friendships? Oh, it wasn't really the Kender so much as the player. It's not a case of don't hate the player, hate the Kender. No. I hate the player. Yeah, I don't know what happened. He just decided to play his character as a complete asshole to my character. Again, former best friend. Emphasis on former. I don't know what happened with him. Okay. So let's get this one on here first. we go. And then over here, spread these out properly. Kind of looks like a spider vessel, but white. I mean, a shadow vessel, not spider vessel. There we go. When worshipping deities, do you need to be within one alignment space of the deity? No. There in AD&D, and this is the way it should be. It is very silly to have this be an actual like. It was very silly for that to be a rule at all. Okay, I want to turn this around. That one space thing. Because a deity can have anyone it wants as a worshipper. Obviously, like, a chaotic evil deity is probably not going to want a lawful good worshipper because they're not going to do things that the deity wants. Alright, spare parts, a 3L bar in gray, and a gray lightsaber hilt. Go ahead and slide these together. There we go. So we have more than half the stadium right now, actually. It's kind of neat. The one-step rule is mainly for clerics? Yes, but it's also a silly rule, Lord Canis. Yeah, I got a ring light. I also have some other light. I got a whole bunch of lights here. All kinds of different lights. The idea that you should be within one step doesn't make a whole lot of sense for a couple reasons. Number one, a deity may not care. Like, a lawful good deity may be perfectly fine with lawful good, neutral good, or chaotic good, because good is their bigger thing. Whereas another lawful good deity may actually be hyper-focused on the law part and might be fine with lawful good, lawful evil, or lawful neutral kind of thing. Now, it tends to be less likely, but it's definitely possible. And then you've got a deity like Tempest. Tempest is chaotic neutral. Tempest doesn't give a crap what alignment you're is unless you're neutral. That is the only alignment that he doesn't allow. Because you gotta take a side. As long as you're taking a side, he doesn't care. He just likes conflict. So, like, that's the kind of thing, like, if you have this must be within one step of the deity thing, it changes what you can do with the deity. There's a lot of flexibility that you should have, and if you do that one step thing, then you don't have that flexibility there. See if I can turn this on its side. We get a view into the stadium here. That's kind of neat, actually. I like the way that looks. It looks pretty nice. It looks empty. Completely empty, but what's with the giant skeletal hands? Basically, these are all support structures for the awnings. You know, these are supports, and these are supports. Looks like a couch. Right, let me see if I can move this together. Oops. Okay, don't grab it there. And get this onto the shelf. Hopefully without falling. There we go. Alright. There we go. Because we are going to finish up the final portion of it, the final third, I guess, on Friday. Hopefully I will have fixed the flickering issues. And we've got some minifigs to do. A lawful good paladin of Demogorgon would be fascinating. So, like, yeah, I mean, that should be impossible unless they are being deceived and corrupted. Which you could definitely do. Like, that could definitely be a story. But there is no way that Demogorgon would want a lawful good, and there's no way that a lawful good person would want to worship Demogorgon if they actually know what he stands for. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Also, like, it's mostly Exatachel that worship him. Alright. There's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in 2nd edition, you've got 3 different categories. While I go ahead and start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? You've got Worshipper's Alignment, which is the broadest. For many deities, that's any. Anyone can worship a deity. Then you've got Clergy Alignment, which is all the classes. Anyone who's allowed into the actual formal clergy. Which can be clerics, that can be... yeah, but corrupting doesn't necessarily mean that they're worshipping. Wait, let me roll a die. Clerics, paladins, druids, 17, re-roll, 12. That is Samurai Lady. Even things like fighters and wizards can be allowed into the clergy, they just don't get pre-spells. So generally you do have to be closer to the alignment of a deity for the clergy, and then you've got specialty priest alignment, which is the specialty priest. That usually does match the deity's alignment, but not always. Some of them are pretty open to other things. Azuth clergy includes wizards, yes. Most deities of magic will include wizards. So 5 for Bahamut, and that would be the Goblin Raider. We've got Lel Bunny's guess is a Minotaur Sports Field Medic, and Bahamut is a Leonin football star. I almost didn't notice that you had star in it because it was on the second line and kind of hidden. I was about to say, Leonin football? Why would he be a football? Is he like the kid who wants to be a blitzball? Alright. Predictions are just about closed. And... go. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. That is... okay, I think I know. 28.03, I think we have the Snake Charmer. Let's find out. Oh, I almost thought we weren't going to get him. I almost thought we weren't going to get him. It's the Fencer. We have the Fencer. Oh my god. The last one that we needed. That's what threw me off, because I haven't felt this, the fencing mask before. Alright, so let's choose the outcome. That is a no. Complete that prediction. Who is getting the hams? Lel Bunny getting all of the hams. Shield of Hope was going for 50 to 60. Roger C4 Wilco going for 20 to 50. And Bahamut and Gildaton going for within 20 seconds. All right, now I can make well, I need another one. I could reenact the scene from Hawkeye. So this is printed. It's not dual molded. There are very tiny holes there. Actually, let me zoom in. He wasn't stolen, no. Just very, very elusive. Little tiny holes through there. We got a fencer outfit. I don't know why he has a glove on this hand and not on that hand. I don't know fencing. Okay, so that is actually going to wrap us up with Series 13. We are finished with Series 13. Next up, we've got Series 10. Okay, and D6. So 5, so we're going there. We'll just roll a D20. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Get your predictions in. Uh, 11. So that would be the classic clown. Trying to look suave. And Bahamut going for 9. That would be the paintballer. Next guess is a Minotaur game controller designer. I don't know that he would make a very good game controller designer, considering that his hands would probably be the wrong size. 14 for Not a Rogue AI, that would be the influencer. Or the yuppie. I think this was probably before influencer was really a thing. But come on, totally looks like an influencer. Get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? While the screen continues to flicker. A lean-in sports commentator with bad pun jokes. Isn't that kind of, God, I'm blanking on the word. Duplicative? Redundant? That's the word I'm looking for. Don't judge hoof hands? They don't have hoof hands. They just have big hands, like bigger hands than normal humans. All right, get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? If I go from fencer to clown, this would be very James Bondy. All right, predictions are almost closed. Maybe it's a Minotaur with dwarfism? A dwarfatar? All right, predictions are closed. Let me get my timer ready and go. That has got, okay. Aha, all right. 18.43. I was feeling something long and cylindrical, and I was like, there's nothing like that. Except, and I think this happened last time we got the painter, the head was with the bucket, and they were the exact same width. So we have the painter, number 15. So let's see if that is correct. And that is correct. All right, 18.43. Let's choose the outcome. Within 20 seconds. Complete that prediction. Who is getting the hams? Bahamut getting all the hams. Kinshir, Lord Canis, Gildatung, Roger C4, Wilco all going for 20 to 50. Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Lel Bunny going for no. And I like this this paint bucket because it's a full cylinder, but it's going to be the same width as the standard bucket. That could actually be really useful for a lot of other things. All right, there is our painter. Our room painter. I like the hat, too. Okay. So let's go ahead and mark him off. All right, and finally, we've got Series 28. Alright, so D6. 4, so we're going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Get my weights up. Let's go ahead and put this back. And start a new prediction. Click on the wrong thing. There we go. Can all guess what is inside the minifig box? Get your predictions in. Finally, the last blind box is a Creo set. Alright, so a 9 for Bahamut and Not a Rogue AI. That is the Dolphin. Alright. A Minotaur Dentures Maker. And where's my app? There's the app. Okay, so I got the scanner up. I have my D12 all ready. A Leonin Pizza Taste Tester. I don't think that's a real job. Not a beluga? Nope, it's a dolphin. Alright, get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig box? Totally a real job? Leonin told you so? I don't know. You gotta beta test your pizzas? Yes, but I don't think you have to hire specific people for that. You could probably just use the people in the office. Alright, get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig box? I will shake it and guess. I will roll a die, and then I will weigh it. Yeah, but dolphins make for good officers on the Yggdrasil 4. Alright, predictions are just about closed. And they are done. Alright, so let's see. First of all, alright, so we've got a lot of pieces. We've gotten the cat, the monkey, the koala, except we've gotten all the koala, so it can't be the koala, the alligator, and the lion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once we get 6, we're moving to the bottom register. Alright, I'm going for the alligator. That is what my guess is. Or the crocodile. 1, that is a peacock. Now let's see what the weight says. $18.79. It's a little bit off from the alligator. Way off from the lion. That's pretty close to the peacock. That is pretty close to the peacock. I think that the weight is the peacock. Let's see. Nope, that is the crocodile costume. All right. So I had 18.55. So these are surprising me on their weights. All right. Let's open it and verify. So the guess was correct. All right, let's choose the outcome. Where's my mouse cursor? There it is. So that is yes with guess. Complete that prediction. And Bahamut, once again, getting all of the hams. Shield of Hope going for yes with die roll. Lord Canis, Gildatung, Kinshir, and Roger C4 Wilco all going for yes with weight. And Lel Bunny going for no. So that is another crocodile fan. Make her winking this time. And she's got a rubber ducky. All ready for a little swim. So there's her winking face. Kind of a smirky face. And that is the crocodile fan. All right. Come on. Grab the thing. There we go. Okay, let me mark that down. That is our second one. We're still looking for our 6th minifig from this set. Sobek Worshipper? Maybe. Maybe. All right. But that is going to wrap us up tonight. Let's see if there's anyone to raid. Yeah. Let's see. I am Jeff is on. Let's go ahead and raid him. So I want to thank you guys for coming on out. And we will be back next time. See you then, everyone.